Hey, it's Brent here. Most people think that sleep starts when your head hits the pillow, but actually it starts hours before. Ignoring this is the number one mistake that's stopping you from getting restorative sleep. In this video, I'm going to show you what you can do instead. I've seen firsthand how powerful it is to fix this, and research shows that stress, blue light, and late day habits can keep your nervous system switched on. People who fix their wind down routine often see results in days, falling asleep quicker, waking up less, and just generally feeling more refreshed. Today, I'm going to focus on three areas: resetting your evening routine, using grounding to calm your body, and reducing hidden sleep disruptors in your sleep environment. And I'm also going to give you free access to the Natural Sleep Reset Guide, which contains an evening checklist so you don't have to remember everything, a grounding log so you can see how grounding relates to your sleep, and a bedroom audit so you can spot those hidden sleep disruptors. Okay, let's get stuck into it. So, sleep isn't this magical thing that just happens when you lay down. It's a process that your body prepares for in the hours leading up to bed. And if you skip the preparation, it's the number one mistake that's going to ruin your sleep. Now, today I'm going to break down this training tutorial into 3 steps. Step 1, as I said before, is resetting your evening routine. Now, the biggest obstacle to a good night's sleep is what happens leading up to you actually going to bed. And most of us are guilty of these sleep blockers we bring into our evening routines. And the main 3 are caffeine, eating too late, and screen time, blue light. So caffeine, coffee, tea, any other caffeine, it can stay in your system for up to 6 hours. So as a rule of thumb, it's best to have your last coffee or last bit of caffeine up to 6 hours before you go to sleep. You can work backwards from your usual bedtime and to 6 hours before, and you have your coffee then. Then eating too late is another big one. Okay, so food, eating too late, and especially heavy meals, it can cause indigestion, heartburn, and just restlessness. So it's best to have your last meal or last bit of food 2 to 3 hours before you actually go to bed. Okay, and then the third one being bright lights and screen time. So blue light from screens, so laptops, TVs, phones, tablets, all these items. So what's good to do is an hour leading up to bedtime, start dimming the lights, turn off, get away from any screens, okay, and just helps, because it suppresses the melatonin in your body, which your body needs to help you calm down to wind to sleep, to go to sleep. So this is a big one. With this modern connected world, this is a big one for us all. We're all guilty of it, and it's handy to have your phone next to you and have a look, but it's better to just put it away and switch off. Also disconnecting from it as well. So to make all this easier, the Natural Sleep Reset Guide has a checklist, so you don't have to remember it all. You can go through and just tick it off as you go. Okay, so step 2 is grounding your body. Now, stress and a busy mind can keep your body in fight or flight mode, which is the opposite of where you want to be before you go to sleep. Now, this is where grounding really comes into play. Grounding is a simple process that most people overlook, but it can play a huge part in calming your body before bed. Now, it's not very well understood, grounding. So in simple terms, grounding is coming into direct contact with the earth, with soil, sand, grass, or using special conductive grounding products to bring that connection inside. So the earth has its own mild natural electrical charge, and we as humans are electrical beings. So when we come in contact with the earth, our body can restore its own electrical state. And research shows that grounding can lower stress hormones like cortisol, reduce inflammation, and send a message to our nervous system to enter rest and digest mode. And there's many other benefits as well. And every day, we are surrounded by EMFs, electromagnetic fields, which are from Wi-Fi, cellular signal, and other wireless devices. Now, our body can absorb these EMFs, and this can really affect our sleep. So grounding can act as a bit of a discharge valve to release any excess of these EMFs and really help our body find its balance. So by calming the nervous system, by lowering stress, by releasing these EMFs, grounding can really, really help us get this deep restorative sleep that we need. So, and there are 2 main ways to ground. One, which is the easiest and the most natural, is by going outside into nature, barefoot or with your skin just touching the earth, which is the soil, sand, grass, okay? And but not everyone has easy access to this. So some people might live in a built-up area or it's a really cold environment where you don't want to have your bare skin exposed to the elements. And a lot of people just don't have the time in these busy lives to go outside and ground. So this is where the second part is being able to use special conductive grounding products like grounding sheets and grounding mats. Now these connect into the earthing of your electrical system. And so don't worry, they've got safety mechanisms in it. It's not passing the general electricity through. It's just connecting you to the earth, okay? Now you can use a grounding mat, for example, on the floor in front of the sofa, the couch, and just while you're watching TV, and do that before bed. You can even have the grounding mat on your workbench, under your keyboard, mouse, and have it there as a mouse pad, and just use it so you're grounding yourself during the day, or in the evening as you wish. Then you've got grounding sheets, which you put on your bed, and you lay on it. You come in contact with the earth, and you can spend the whole night grounded, which is a great way to really get your body balanced, and also to get proper restorative sleep, where your body actually does restore itself. So in the Natural Sleep Reset Guide, I've got a grounding log in there, okay? And all you need to do is just log down whether you're grounded and how your sleep was. And after a couple of weeks, you're going to start to see the patterns and how the real results are showing. Okay, so step 3 is reducing hidden sleep disruptors. Even if you've got your stress and routines under control, there are small things in your sleep environment that can be quietly sabotaging your sleep without you even knowing it. Now I'm going to give you a few simple but effective hacks on how to fix these. So most people sleep with their devices charging or even just next to their bed. Now, this can affect you in multiple ways. One being the blue light. You're likely to have, with the convenience of being there, you're likely to be looking at your phone just before bed, where you shouldn't be up to an hour before. Also notifications. If you don't have your phone on silent or do not disturb, the notifications can likely disturb you from your sleep cycles. So I recommend putting your phone out of your room overnight and charging if you charge overnight. So an hour before you go to bed, as I mentioned previously, you should be not having any screens time anyway. So putting that aside an hour before, having it there in charge, then you just forget about it for the night. Okay? Or at least a couple of meters away from where you sleep. So now another sleep disruptor can be Wi-Fi. Now, if you've got a strong Wi-Fi signal or a Wi-Fi router or access point near where you sleep, this can really affect your sleep. And some people can be very sensitive to this. Not everybody, but it can really affect your sleep. So a simple trick or simple way to test this is to turn off your Wi-Fi at night. Now you can just power down the router, or some modern wireless systems have a timer built into the application, so you can set that to turn off at night and back on in the morning. So you can do this by turning off, and then you can see if you notice any difference. If this is affecting you, I would suggest looking into the feasibility of moving your router or access point away from your sleep environment if possible. Okay, so another is alcohol. And alcohol may make you feel drowsy, but it can really affect your sleep cycles, especially your deep sleep. Now, and because your body needs to try to discharge the toxins from the alcohol before it's actually going to try to get some sleep. So I recommend no less than 3 hours before going to bed, any alcohol. Temperature is another one too. So we generally sleep better in colder environments. So a good average temperature range we're looking at is about 18 to 20 degrees. If you can regulate the temperature in your sleep environment, that's great. And this can really help you naturally fall asleep easier. So another hack is morning sunlight. So getting natural sunlight in the morning can really help kickstart your body and kickstart your circadian rhythm, and then also help you sleep better at nighttime because your body clock is in tune with the daytime. So in the Natural Sleep Reset Guide, there's a bedroom audit worksheet that you can go through, and so you don't have to remember all these sleep disruptors. We can go through and tick them off and have a look and check your environment to see if you've got any potential sleep disruptors there. Okay, so in summary, we've learned the number one mistake that most people make in skipping their wind down. But if you reset your evening routine, you ground yourself, and you eliminate these sleep disruptors, you set yourself up for true deep restorative sleep. Now, I've included all this in the Natural Sleep Reset Guide. You've got the evening routine checklist, you've got the grounding log, and you've got the bedroom audit. So you can get started on this today. You just download it for free on the link provided. And if you'd like to learn more about grounding products and other wellness tools, feel free to check out my website at luwnah.com, and I'll provide a link to that as well. So here's to your health, to your rest, and to longevity. See you soon.